God chose me to study Martin Luther and to memorize some of the things Martin Luther talked about before he left the Catholic Church and started his own church, which was known as the Lutheran Church, which became Protestant. And all the Protestant churches, from Baptist, Episcopalian, Presbyterian, all of them follow that, especially the Lutheran. And Martin Luther had realized that the Catholic Church was not honest. They were not honest at all. They were actually wrong. So Martin Luther, being a monk for the Catholic Church, being a priest, Augustine monk, he was a monk, he decided to go against it. He ended up marrying a nun and having many children, and starting the Lutheran Church. Catholic Church don't really talk much about Martin Luther as much as they talk about Jesus. But Martin Luther had created theses, and he nailed them to the wall of this great Catholic cathedral church on the doorway. Basically something that would be maybe like Facebook today. And it was a thesis stating that he basically said, I don't think the Catholic Church is doing things right. He basically said that. So they got kind of upset with the fact that there was published written word, especially with the printing press coming about. This is shortly after Shakespeare was already famous, and before they used the printing press to create the folios of Shakespeare's folio. And he created a thesis saying that these are the specific reasons I think the Catholic Church is wrong. And so the Catholic Church at the time were burning people for these very things as rebellion. But Martin Luther, being from Germany, eventually got the support from Frederick the Wise, which is the militant support from Germany. And Frederick the Wise read these thesis stuff, so did other people, and agreed there might be something here. And that's when they started the Lutheran Church. And they basically divorced the Catholic Church. They left the Catholic Church behind. They started what's known as the Protestant Reformation, which is still going on today as I speak. Now, Martin Luther is the founder of that, and he also had access to what's known as the printing press, which is really helpful because he could print all this stuff, especially the Bible. He wanted the Christian to read the Bible because back then they did all the masses just as they do today in Latin, where people are like, what is this about? So he said, you can be your own priest, you can be like Martin Luther, and you can have your own Bible, and you can read it whenever you want. And you can start your own family, and you don't have to give money to that church to save your relatives' souls. So your relatives' souls will go to heaven, and all this weird purgatory stuff, all this nonsense that was coming out of Roman and Greco belief. Now we have what is known as the Baptist. We have what is known as the Protestant, who are almost at equal power right now with the Catholic, if not maybe a little bit more. And used to not be that case. Now it is. So I mention Scorsese, or I mention the Catholic Church, and I mention those things. I mention them because we have to be wary. I'm an Alex Kendrick fan too. Alex Kendrick represents the Protestant Church and has made many movies about Protestants, including some great ones like Flywheel, great movie. A lot of them. War Room is a great movie about prayer. So, anyway, that's all I want to say in it this way. But I think what Martin Luther did was correct. And he also brought about the whole being born again. So we could learn what Jesus was talking about. And we could go forth in Christianity and know who Jesus is. I don't think the Catholic Church was always allowing people to do that. They wanted to know who the Catholic Church was. They wanted to know who the cathedrals, they wanted them to know the cathedrals. Build a home. Just like Martin Luther did. Start a family, have 10 kids if you want. God is the ultimate power. Jesus Christ is his name. Looks like someone's eating light. We gotta find the sea salt crackers. Still looking for the sea salt crackers. Take a break on the sea salt crackers and go over here and see if I can find the spreadable butter. Isn't all butter spreadable? Yep, this is buttery spread right here. Okay. That might, is there anything that just says sea salt?
Again, there's lots of different varieties.
Right. And then you say sea salt right here?
So here's a cauliflower square cracker that says sea salt.
Right. A lot of them say sea salt.
Yep.
With the Simple Mills fine ground sea salt. So these are probably pretty good. And then I gotta find another one of these because it looks like it's busted on the back side of it right here. So I'm probably gonna let him know. I don't know if you guys know, but this is actually busted right here on the bottom. It might ooze out. Sorry about that. Handed that to them, let them know. So that could be a major issue. I'm gonna check the other Earth one and see if that one. I'm gonna go with the original. Actually, you know what? I'll probably go. Yeah, I'll go with the original. This one looks good right here. Alright.
Use pin pad to
I
complete
got those
transaction.
sacks.
Select from list. Please take your receipt. Thank you for shopping at Foods Market. Select from list. Please take your receipt. Place item on select your item's container. Use pin pad to complete transaction. Use pin pad to complete transaction. Please take your receipt. Thank you for shopping at Whole Foods Market.
Step is to scan the receipt and then drop off your groceries with your spreadable butter too. We just got one from Ninja Sushi. So after I drop off the groceries, I'm going to check out Ninja Sushi. I'm going to go ahead and call them and place the order. I'm going to show a photo of I guess it's a mouse. It's a mouse that ended up in it's a stuffed animal, a mouse. I eat all different types of snacks. My favorite snack is the date. This is Organic Delight. Never had it before. It's from Aaron Natural. It's 9 ounces of dates. I don't know if it's pitted, so it doesn't say if it is, but I'll find out. And they're my very favorite. I know that if you ever watch the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indy almost eats a poisoned one, and there's a monkey involved in the original Raiders of the Lost Ark. He offers him a date, and it's poisoned, but the guy grabs it at the last moment. Okay, these are my favorite snack. It's organic, or it's at least fruit, and these look pitted. I prefer the ones with the pits in them, but these are pretty good to cook with. It's better than regular sugar, and they're very, very good. The palm dates are very good too. These are probably the same. They're smaller. Not too bad, and it's supposed to be organic. They're really nice houses. Of course, in the future, Lynn and I will move into a huge mansion. We'll vlog it eventually. You'll see it later on. Certain things have to happen first, though.
There were no errors. 2 men left on base. We played 4-4 with a score. TCU.
Neighborhood trees. Something about them. It's kind of the Terrence Malick in me and Tree of Life. The old swing sets are kind of cool too. Pretty good. These apartments over here off of Waterside, really nice, all of them are. This is the Waterside Bridge right here. Man, these are called Atlas. These Waterside are along the Trinity River. And that is the Trinity River Dam. And he said to go through the leasing center. It's a nice tree. Pretty nice place. One of my favorites. Oh, and they have an elevator. Kind of like in Goonies, you know? That matches it right there. Right there. Man, I hope I get more drops like this one. Like a maze. And like, you know, you remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Who do you do what? Remind me of the babe. Like some baby. Trying hard as babe could try. There's the waterside other apartments in that cool tree. Sorry, pretzel. Pretzel got stuck in my throat there for a second. Anyway, that was the cool tree, so we have to go around the other side. This is quite the Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Oh dear. I think we're getting closer. Oh, they left it open. Here's the cool tree. Now we head back. And we go
As I was doing the delivery, I went ahead and snatched one of those where they said I could have one. One of those little Debbies. Oh. Better hang on to that one.